What's up, soccer fans? Mike Guglielmi, Sons of a Pitch, an American soccer podcast, here to bring you episode number 207 of all time, season 4, episode 18, I think. I can't keep it all straight. Glad to have you guys with us. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe button down below if you're a soccer fan. And hey, you know what? We're going to talk a lot of stuff tonight. We're going to talk a lot about last week's MLS action. We're going to talk about the CONCACAF Champions League and what that looks like going forward now, as well. Talk a little Leagues Cup, and we're going to dissect a few of the worst teams in the league from Canada. So with that being said, let's get right into it. We've got ASMR Bella, a new Wiseman, Crypto Joe, Brother BKL, and DSO on the stream hanging out with us. Guys, let me know if there's anything you want to talk about. I will do my best to get it in on the episode, as well as what we are discussing here on the schedule. So let's dive right into it here. And Jay Jardim just shows up. What's up, man? So let's get right into it here. I'll share my screen, and that's not the game we're going to talk about first, although we do have a lot of stuff to talk about from that game. But as far as this week, moving forward for this week, I'm not sure which games I'm going to be doing live as of right now. I have not just got back, actually just pulled in from our camping trip from the weekend. So I don't have a ton of a schedule yet for this week, but we'll figure that out the rest of the week here. So let's get right into it. First game up, San Jose and Vancouver, a 0-0 draw from San Jose, PayPal Park. Two teams that are just hanging out at the bottom of the table. San Jose can't seem to figure it out. Vancouver really can't figure it out. And man, Vancouver just in trouble. Big time trouble. This team, I don't understand how that man still has a job. I have no idea how Mark Dos Santos still has a job. Possession in this dead even, shots basically dead even. San Jose with 12 shots, Vancouver with 11. 3 shots on goal each. This game was just a split right down the middle, as you guys can see here on the screen. Absolutely nothing really to talk about in this one other than the fact that Vancouver and San Jose are bad. Moy Gamer's in the house. What's up, Moy Gamer? As well, Moj, how you doing? And yes, DSO, Portland were absolutely trashed at home, big time. ASMR Bella says nothing other than school. School starting real quick for all the kids here in Illinois. So, man, good luck with that one. My wife is still at school right now. Allison's still there dealing with getting things set up for school starting on Wednesday. Looking at this lineup here for Vancouver, there's no talent on this team. I mean, we thought there was talent, right? I mean, outside of Caicedo, honestly, look at this lineup. Okay, Max Trapeau, decent goalkeeper. Not horrible, but he's not great. Nerwinski is trash. All the guy does is give up penalties. Not a great player. Then you've got, Rose, Veslinovic, and Brown. I don't know anything about these guys. None of them have ever stood out to me. Veslinovic just got his first goal for Vancouver, and he's been over for a while. Then you get to Owusu, Bikel, and Tybert in the midfield. Okay, Russell Tybert has been a member of the Whitecaps for, 7 years, 8 years, something like that. Why is this man still on the team? This team has won nothing. They've gone nowhere. They've barely won I don't even know if they've even won a playoff game yet. They've won like one Canadian championship. Why is this dude still on the team? Vancouver has to figure this out. Caicedo playing very well. Same thing with Duhome, who wasn't in this lineup. Cavallini as well. Cavallini being out. With the injury now, the Canadian striker force is really small at the moment. But Brian White, they got the trade from New York Red Bulls, and then Raposo, a rookie, right? This is a team that's just not a good team. They've got to do some work there in Vancouver and figure out their life. There you go. Jay is concerned. He says, school in August? Yes, Jay, there is school in August. That's how we do things here in the United States. Zara is on as well. Nice. DSO says they have beaten the San Jose Earthquakes in 2017 5-0. Okay, so they might have gotten a good result one time 4 years ago. But yeah, this team is struggling right now. Brother BKL says, there we go, says San Jose are a little different teams. The Vancouver position are a little bit different. I don't know how they are. They don't have a set formation either. This team is all over the board. Mark DeSantos plays everything all over the board, and I just don't understand why he doesn't pick a formation and stick with it and work around building a team in that way. I don't know. So overall, oh, wow, look at this. So a new Wiseman says in his county in Georgia, it started in August 2nd. Wow. And there in New York, DSO says in New York, school starts in September. Okay, nice. All right, Chofis Lopez, the starting forward there with Ebobisse and Espinoza for San Jose. Decent attacking squad there for San Jose, but this team just can't seem to pull off the results. I mean, as you see, San Jose sitting in 9th place here, but only 1 point out of the playoff spots in the Western Conference. So it is possible they could get there. But Vancouver, number 12 in the West, horrid. 17 points out of 18 games, 3 wins, 7 losses, and 8 ties. This team has a -9 goal differential. It's trouble in Vancouver, and it's time to move on. So Minnesota and the LA Galaxy. LA Galaxy win this one 1-0 at Allianz Field on the road. A great victory by the Galaxy, a team that is just finding ways to win. That is what they are doing. And that's what Greg Vanney does. This coach is amazing. He makes these teams find the will to win. It may not be pretty. It may not be the best result in the world, but he finds a way to make them win. Klinsmann gets a shutout in his first start ever for his first start as a member of the LA Galaxy. Araujo, Koulibaly, Williams, and Hamalai at the back. Ravelson seems to be doing real well. And then you've got Cabral there. And just, Cabral is turning into a beast here, So really good result there for LA Galaxy. So sheeptards, you'll be happy, man, that your Galaxy are continuing to win over a decent Minnesota side who's been stringing along some results as of late. So not too shabby there for LA Galaxy to get that victory. Montreal and the New York Red Bulls. What a crazy game this was. My God, this was insane. So Montreal ends up getting the victory 2-1, right? They got goals from Sunisi Ibrahim and Wenyama from the penalty spot way in the end of stoppage time. New York gets a goal by Klimala in first half stoppage time. This game was all Montreal, and Montreal did deserve the win. However, the way it all went down was horrid. It was absolutely horrid. Go watch this penalty during stoppage time for Montreal. First penalty taker steps up, hits the penalty. It's saved by Coronel. Thinking, there you go. He saves the point for New York Red Bulls. And then, then it moves to VAR saying that the goalkeeper Coronel came off his line. We're going to do it again. Second guy steps up. Coronel makes another save. Does it twice. You're thinking, there you go. We've got this. It's finally figured out. And then the third one steps up because he ended up coming off his line again. Third one comes in, and there you have it. Just like that. The keeper gets a palm to it, but can't keep it out. It goes in, and Montreal gets the victory to move higher in the conference standings here in the Eastern Conference and put themselves into a playoff position. Yes, as Jay says, keeper should have had the third. 100% he should have. It was close. And then Montreal used 3 different shooters. That shouldn't be allowed. Well, I don't know if it should be allowed or not, Jay. I've never even thought about it that deep. But, man, the fact that they went back, and continued to replay this was just insane. Like, this rule, it's becoming a mockery. Like, it's a penalty kick, okay? Just let these guys go at it like it was in the old days, and let's just move on. This Montreal gets the victory, puts them into a playoff spot over Columbus, who, good God, Columbus. We're going to talk a little bit more about Columbus with their results over the weekend as well. But Montreal in a decent position. I mean, the Eastern Conference is so jam-packed from like number 10 to number 4. Like, it's just that whole middle area there is just so jam-packed, really even up to number 2 in New York City. But New York City and Nashville have been the class up there with New England, but it's just crazy. I mean, the Eastern Conference is a mess right now, a complete mess. And Toronto is at the bottom of it all. We're going to talk about that, Jay, Mr. TFC there with me. It's not pretty, and it's not good. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But back to the games here, New York City and Miami. New York City gets the victory 2-0 over Miami. A great result for New York City, a game they're supposed to win, a game they did win. They did what they were supposed to do. They continue to get points and head towards the top of the table. Yeah, right? Amen, brother. Amen. So Tati Castellanos gets 2 goals in this one, 21st minute, and then a penalty in stoppage time in the first half. And this was on NYCFC. Should have had a hat trick that says DSO. And now people are just starting to figure out that Tati Castellanos is a really good striker. Like, why are we just figuring this out now? I mean, you can see the headline here. Maybe I can make it a little bit bigger. But, looking at this headline by MLS, right? We have a top striker. NYCFC's Valentin Castellanos hailed after brace versus Miami. Who is just figuring this out now? Because Tati Castellanos was a hell of a striker 2 years ago, and he is today. I mean, I know I talked at length with Brother BKL over Instagram message when that whole saga with Palmeiras was going on. Is Tati Castellanos going to go to Palmeiras? Are they going to go after that Santiago Bore? How is this all going to go? Tati Castellanos wanted out because at that time, New York City was looking like a tire fire. They couldn't bring any signings in. Oh, wait, they were looking like Toronto FC looks right now. But then New York City said, you know what, we got to do something about this, and they did. And DSO says he's a streaky player, but he's a great player. He is. But you're going to get that anytime with any striker. That usually you're not very, very often going to find a very consistent striker. He's been watching Pozuelo taking those pens again against us, right? With that Panenka. Yes, he definitely did. And their NYCFC are dominated and keep winning. They don't worry about Leagues Cup losing and keep going. Pumas are not best team of League MX. We keep winning. Right, Brother BKL. Look, Leagues Cup is a great if you can get a few minutes, of fame with the Leagues Cup and make a run. Great. If not, no big deal. You move on. They got screwed. They should have won that game anyway against Pumas. They didn't, but they went right back to it and focused on that win and keep climbing, trying to chase after New England Revolution. But I don't know if they're going to make it all the way back up to the top there. That may be a little bit tough. All right, guys, before we head into the next game with Toronto against New England, guys, check out that join button down below. A lot of you guys here in the conversation are already members. If you're not, check it out. We've got 3 different levels. $1.99 for the starter level. It's going to give you your loyalty badge and your custom emojis. You're also going to get your name in the little scroll down below me right here in all of our live stream reactions and podcast episodes. Now, if you're looking at the designated player option as well, we've got our regular members only live, which I'm actually going to put out a poll for probably for next week, maybe even doing it on this Wednesday. I can't figure out what I'm going to do yet. I might make it for this Wednesday night. I might not. I might make one this weekend. But get in on our members only live. Awesome, small, chill, very chill, small group for that one. Plus, you're going to get discounted merchandise at cost. Speaking of merch, our new merch just came in, Soccer Central. The batch just came in. I've got tons to give away here as we roll through. Got in touch with Kyle Lowe, who won the T-shirt, and sending that off to Kyle. So, Kyle, if you're watching, good job, and thank you, man. Appreciate you emailing me and getting that going. Enjoy your shirt. Now, the $9.99 option is the all-star betting option. I'm going to give you my over-under picks as well as my prop bet picks, a player to score, and I'm going to give you my 3-team parlay for the week. This week, we won our 3-team parlay. Yes, it happened. I got all 3 picks correct. Nashville finished it off with that victory. New York City, Nashville, and RSL was the pick. Got all 3 right and won a nice chunk of change as well. So all-star members, You join, you just pay $9.99 a month. You get access to awesome picks, and you win some money with Sons of a Pitch Soccer Central. So check out that join option down below and get on it. Let's get more and more members and get in on the best community in soccer on YouTube. All right, guys, moving right along. Toronto FC against New England. TFC gets the victory at BMO Field. 2-1. Tejan Buchanan and Gustavo Bo, a penalty kick. Osorio scores in the 79th minute for TFC. Buchanan, a great headed goal. This player is not going to be in MLS very long. Jonathan Osorio ties things up in the 79th minute. TFC starts feeling good. And now a few minutes later, Eric Zavaleta with a boneheaded play pulls down the New England player in the box. Clear as day penalty, stepped up and taken by Gustavo Bo. He hammers it home, and New England walks into BMO Field and takes all 3 points without Carlos Hill. No Carlos Hill, doesn't matter. This team still wins. They're a team. Bruce Arena is one of the best coaches in MLS, no doubt, in MLS history, if not the best ever, and he continues to do it. Look at the talent level on this team, and he still is getting results. When your designated player striker is Adam Buksa, that you're thinking, man, is that really, this team? It's such a great team. Buksa and Bo, Polster, Buchanan, Maciel, Traustason, Bai, Farrell, Kessler, Dwan Jones, Matt Turner in goal. Matt Turner's like a sensation this year, but a lot of us have known Matt Turner is been coming around for a while. But TFC, man, I mean, Achara starts up front. Okay, Achara is a draft pick. He's a good player. He looks good. He makes great runs. I think they found a diamond in the rough with that young man if he can stay healthy. Soteldo, Pozuelo, great players. Marky Delgado, okay. Osorio, okay. Ralph Priso goes down with an injury. Let's cue up the debate on whether or not, the play should have continued. It was offside, and he ended up clearing it off the line and hurt himself in the process. Bono and goal, and their brother BKL, definitely no Bono. They turned different, but not the same. I tell you. And then there you go. That's why I said TFC need more signings and good coaches, leave the same team, but no Josie allowed. Remember, TFC momentum and good signings since 2017. Right. And there, TFC downfall was letting Bez go. Ali is not making moves quick enough to fix the holes that we have. When Bez was in charge, he fixed issues quickly. That's the problem. And I don't know who I was talking to last night. I was talking with somebody over on Twitter, and it's Ali Curtis has got to go. He's got to go. I mean, the fact that this man is still the GM, first of all, when you hire your boy as the coach, okay, he's your pick. He's your boy. You worked with him in the past and he fails miserably. You got to go too. That's number one. TFC front office screwed up in the first place. Bill Manning, I'm looking at you, man. You screwed up by letting Ali Curtis stay on when you got rid of Chris Armas. Number one. Number two, Ali Curtis doesn't do jack all about this team. Fix the problems at hand. Okay, the fact is we're extremely, extremely thin at striker. I've been saying this for years. Josie Altidore, injured again. Okay, the man is always injured. He's got to go, but they can't find anybody to buy him, so they got to wait till the horrid contract that they signed is up. I get it. It happens. They screwed up. All right, move on. Leave him off the team like Armas did and be done with it. Achara. Achara is a good player, but he's very injury prone. Ayo Akinola, he's hurt. There are no strikers. We have Patrick Mullins up top right now. That is who we have. And Achara, who often is injured and probably will be injured again shortly. So Teldo and Pozuelo are great players, but they can't do it by themselves. They need a striker to feed the ball into. Then Michael Bradley's done. It's over. Michael Bradley, those days are done. He was done a few years ago. He just kept plugging along. I love his leadership aspects. I love his heart. The man fights like crazy, but he doesn't have it anymore. It's time to move on. It's time to step down and move on from the team. The defense is horrid. Omar Gonzalez is horrible. He's so slow. He's done. He's way past his prime. Zavaleta, everybody's talking about Zavaleta now that he's playing for El Salvador. Oh man, Zavaleta, he's doing so great for El Salvador. He comes back to TFC and he looks like a shell of what he is when he plays for El Salvador. This team has no defense whatsoever in the center back position, and no striker. That spine is what's killing it. Now Ralph Priso stepped in for Bradley very, very well. Unfortunately, he went down with an injury. I don't know if there's been any updates since. Jay, let me know if you've heard anything, but it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while for him. I think looks like he twisted his knee up pretty bad, and he's going to be out for a while. So the spine of this team is gone. All they have is Pozuelo. So this team, it's time. The season is done. They're in last place. They are in the wooden spoon position. This team is not making the playoffs. It's not happening. There's something, they have to go like 2.3 points per game or something the rest of the way. It's not happening. This season's done. The season was done when they let Chris Armas go on as long as they did with the results that he had. Okay, the nice run of 5 straight ties with 1 win sandwiched in the middle was good. But not good enough. You can't have that when you're at the bottom of the table. You need to start winning and getting 3 points at a time. So TFC season's over. Blow it up. Time to blow it up. Get rid of the GM. Get rid of Ali Curtis. Get rid of Manning. Front office, step it up. These fans are not going to go for we got this guy in here now. We're going to give this guy more time. No. It's time to go. It's time to put something on the field starting in the spring of next year. Play your heart out in the Canadian Championship. That's a winnable competition. Play your heart out in the Canadian Championship, and then that's it. That's all you need to win. The rest of it, goodbye, good luck. We'll see you next season. TFC, figure it out. That's where I'm going to leave it. All right, so Jay says he knows that he is missing Wednesday's game. I figured as much there. All right, so that is that. Now let's move to Dallas and Sporting Kansas City. SKC, 2-0 victory over Dallas in Dallas. SKC looking very, very good. Pulido and Shallowy with the goals. Daniel Shallowy is in the Golden Boot race with like 11 goals. Say what? I didn't even know that man was even close to scoring that many goals, and he is. Sporting Kansas City rolling right now, playing extremely well. This team is definitely one of the top teams in the Western Conference quietly, but now can they put it together in the playoffs? That's what matters for Sporting Kansas City. They've done it in the regular season. They've won Shields. They've won U.S. Open Cups. Now it's time to put a run together in MLS Cup playoffs. It's 2021. Last time they got one was 2013. SKC, let's get the roll on. Now, let's take a short sponsor break on the podcast side. John Donovan's going to fill you in on the Chicago and Columbus game, and we'll take a short break for the podcast side. All right, so here we are. Thank you, John, for that update. Now let's talk a little bit about Houston and Colorado. Colorado, just sneaky good in the Western Conference. Sneaky good. This team wins 3-1 over Houston, a domination of Houston. And Abubakar, Barrios, and Galvan with the goals, and Fafa Pico with the penalty kick for Houston. Colorado, man, this team, another team that just looks like a very good team that you just don't want to play in the playoffs. I mean, look at Colorado right now in the number 4 spot in the Western Conference. 4 points back of LA Galaxy, 5 points back of Seattle, 6 points back of SKC. Now look at the games at hand, right? They've got 2 games at hand. They are dead even with Kansas City at the top if they win those 2 games at hand. So definitely an opportunity there for Colorado. A team that really sleeps, man. That's not a team you really think of as a big-time winner in MLS, right? But Robin Fraser has these guys playing extremely well together, and they're getting it done. I mean, look at this team. You got Yarborough in goal, Rosenberry, Abubakar, and Wilson along the back, Trusty, Kay, Jack Price, Cole Bassett in the midfield, Shinya Shiki, Barrios, and Rubio up top. This team does not scream tons of talent, right? I mean, yeah, they got Galvan on the bench there. They also have, Dominic Baji. He's a consistent, give you a couple goals a season type of guy. Jonathan Lewis as well. But nobody really stands out on this team. And you're like, man, this team is amazing. This team is really, really good. I don't see it. But this team continues to plug away and get results and continue to move towards the top of the Western Conference. Speaking of the Western Conference, Salt Lake 1-0 over Austin. Bobby Wood with the goal. Yes, Bobby frickin' Wood scores a goal for RSL. His first for RSL. Nice goal for him. Austin, this poor team just can't score. My God, Austin just can't seem to figure it out. Real Salt Lake is a very, very good team and just can't seem to score. There you go. Barry Lee just subscribed. Thank you, Barry. Much appreciated. I just don't understand why this team is so bad at scoring goals. It's crazy to me. I mean, I know that they don't have a striker. I know that it's kind of like that's kind of the joke with Austin, right? But my God, this, Fagundes, Pochettino, Dominguez, and Druisi, right? The new signing, Druisi up top. They've got to figure it out. Austin has to figure out that attacking half. And if they do, they'll be a decent team. There you go, Adam, talking about how you doing tonight, Adam? Talking about that RSL there in Colorado. Barrios is underrated. He is. He definitely is. He's been in the league a while. He spent a lot of time with FC Dallas. A very good player who knows what he's doing in MLS for sure. Bobby Wood and Johnny Menendez should help RSL get a little more interesting. I completely agree. Bobby Wood, hopefully, if he can regain some of that form that he had in Germany and for the USMNT a few years back, maybe he may get things going a little bit more for RSL, but definitely exciting on that end. Now, here you go. David Gantar giving out a BS red card. David Gantar is a horrible referee, DSO. That man, I don't know how that man has a job anymore. I watched one of his worst decisions ever, a goal called back, De Rosario scoring in stoppage time for TFC at Chicago Fire, game I was at, and we couldn't believe the calls that he was making. It was unbelievable. NYCFC really let go of Lewis just to get Gary Mackay-Steven for free. No, not a bad move, but Austin, they can't seem to figure it out. RSL, man, just pulling along there. There's Menendez, number 10 down there, and Bobby Wood, Rusnak, Krylak. They've got some talent. They seriously have some talent. It'll be interesting to see if they can start scoring some more goals. Again, remember, you got Rubio Rubin on the bench. This team's got talent. This team can fight for a playoff spot in the Western Conference and may end up getting there. All right, moving along to the Sunday games. Sunday's first game was Atlanta against LAFC. Atlanta getting the 1-0 victory over LAFC. Damn. LAFC, what is going on with LAFC? This team is horrid, absolutely horrid. Carlos Vela is a shell of his former self. The MVP is nowhere near the field right now for LAFC. Atlanta did not look good in this game either. It didn't look good. Joseph Martinez gets the goal in the 47th minute. Another prop bet pick that I got correct. I'll tell you, Atlanta starting to pick things up. It was a good result for the new coach to come in, Pineda. And there you go. New Wiseman says, yeah, Atlanta needs to still clean house, even with the new manager. Fire Bocanegra. Amen. Bocanegra's got to go. Too many screw-ups from him. Atlanta has to retool things, especially with Pineda, which I really, really like that hire of Pineda. You get a guy who's been in a system in Seattle, and my God, Seattle just keeps winning. They keep winning. You get a guy like that who's been under the guidance and being tutored by Brian Schmetzer, who arguably is maybe one of the best coaches in MLS history. I don't know how you can not put him into that conversation when the man is in final after final after final after final. So we'll see. But their new manager isn't in charge until after the next match. Yes, so it is going to be a little bit. It is going to be a little bit for the new manager. But you know what? I think it's going to be good for Atlanta. I think they will turn the corner a little bit. They're not going to get there, though. They're not going to be a huge MLS Cup contender for this season, but maybe next. Kind of like TFC. If they start doing things right, they may be able to really fight for next season. Adam Lowe with the $5 super chat. Thanks for always putting out great content. Thank you, Adam. Much appreciated, man. Much, much appreciated. These super chats, guys, these are what keep me going. So I thank you all for all of your support. And Adam, thank you so much for that super chat, my man. Much, much appreciated. All right, so Atlanta, let's see how things go with them. But Martinez, good to see him back getting a goal at home. First one in a long, long time. But LAFC, guys, figure it out. LAFC's really, really struggling right now. And you know what? I'm going to give everybody a little piece of advice on the betting front. Something I'm going to start taking now and watch. Now that I start taking it, watch LAFC start turning things around. But bet against LAFC every week. Just do it. The odds makers in Vegas are putting out huge favorite numbers for LAFC, and you can get great odds going against them. And they're not winning. They're just not doing it. So take those wins that you can against LAFC. Take those draws as well. Definitely an opportunity to win some money there. Speaking of that, we are working on putting something together with BetUS right now. So I actually had that. They reached out to me, and I found some better odds than my bookie. I can't even believe it, but they're beating them by about 5 to 10 points on the favorite side and on the dog side. So I was really, really impressed with their odds. We're kind of putting some numbers together now for that, but look out for some good content and BetUS sponsorship possibly in the future. All right, so Atlanta over LAFC. Maybe they move a little bit higher into the Eastern Conference table. Chicago and Columbus. Stojanovic with a goal for Chicago. Dude, this guy's been scoring a lot of goals lately. Stojanovic, the best player for Chicago right now, hands down. Columbus, what is going on with Columbus? Oh, my God, the Crew. Dude, the Crew are a mess. This team can't pull it together. They are not getting anything right now. Not getting anything at all. I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on with Columbus. This team has tons of talent. They're playing a horrible team in Chicago, and this team is just not. I mean, they can't seem to get anything going. You say, "Oh, well, maybe it's the talent level, right? Maybe it's injuries, right? Maybe it's not." All right, this team is back. I mean, you got Eloy Room in goal, you got Mensah, you got Keita, right, as center backs. Nagby's in there. Liam Fraser playing from TFC. Maybe that's a little odd, but Etienne, Zelarayan, Santos, and Zardes. Okay, and this is a team that can't win in Chicago against a beat-up Chicago Fire team. I mean, look at this Fire lineup. Calvo, trash. Pineda's good. Tehran, don't know anything about him. Jimenez, DP player, not DP quality. Bornstein, Stojanovic, who's been playing out of his head. Fabian Herbers is a bench player at best. Sekulic hasn't really lived up to what he was supposed to be with the Fire. Collier and a 4 as your attackers. And the reigning champions is losing to the Chicago Fire. It's mind-boggling. And our DSO says, could we see the reigning champs miss out on the playoffs? Yes, we could. We absolutely could. It does not look good for Columbus right now. They can't seem to figure it out. They can't seem to get those results and pick it up. I mean, look at where they are right now in the standings in the Eastern Conference. They're outside the playoff position, albeit very close, 24 points to 26 for Montreal. They're right there. But they got to start putting these results together. There, Jay says Columbus is mind-boggling. Absolutely. And their DSO says ever since we beat them 4-1, they haven't been the same. You are spot on, DSO. Spot on. This team was 50-50. And since that drubbing by New York City, they have looked horrid. Absolutely horrid, and we don't know what's going on with them. Hopefully, they figure it out soon for Columbus's sake. That beautiful new stadium, I want to see that stadium in the playoffs, packed out and rocking out. There, Brother BKL says, since Columbus Crew wins MLS Cup, but now they turn into trash since the last 3 years. Well, they won the MLS Cup last year, Brother BKL. So, I mean, yeah, they're at least they have that. But hopefully they can pull things around and get a little bit better for this one, man. I mean, my God, it's just it's time. It's time for them to figure it out. All right, now we've got where'd it go? Messing up my TV, my computer over here. Come on, Mike, pull it together. All right, so then we've got Nashville and DC. CJ Sapong with 2 goals. Mukhtar Mule with a brace as well. 5-2 victory over DC United. Briant and Ola Kamara, who's sneakily sitting at 11 goals this season as well. Nashville gets the victory. Guys, This was the win that we needed. Our all-star members. This was what it was to win the parlay. Look, it was I will admit, it was a parlay full of favorites. The odds weren't the best. It was only getting, it was like 420 odds. Okay, 419. But we needed to pull one in. We hadn't won in a few weeks. And you want to hit on like 1 out of 4 3-team parlays, join as an all-star member and come win some money. So Nashville gets it done. This team keeps winning. They're right there at the top of the Eastern Conference with New England, with New York City. DC, they're up and down. They've been playing well. They're not playing great at the moment. They did score first in this one, but Nashville just too much for them in the Eastern Conference. There you can see it. Nashville, number 3 in the East, tied with New York City. Then you look down at DC United, and they're number 6. So they're starting to creep up. This was a battle. With these two teams, but Nashville moves forward and moves higher than DC in the standings a little bit more. All right, guys, last game of the weekend, Seattle Sounders, they were down for a little bit. They were hurting a little bit. They weren't getting the results. They had a lot of injuries, but damn it, these guys are back, and they are pulling it. A crazy result in Portland, and we had one of our own, Mr. Brian W. was at the game and having a great time there at the game. Rocky was at the game as well. Rocky didn't have as good of a night. Did not have as good of a night, but you know what? It's all good. It's all good. Brian is a happy man, and man, oh man, let me tell you, this result. Seattle, if you think for 1 second, that this Seattle team is not the best team in MLS soccer, you are sadly mistaken. This team is absolutely unbelievable. My God, Freddie Montero with 2 goals, Rui Diaz with 2 goals, Madronda, Nicholas Benazet. Okay, look at that. Just stop and think for a minute. And Jay, I know you can see this. Nico Benazet is a hell of a player. He went over to Colorado. Didn't really play well, didn't get a ton of minutes. Now he's over in Seattle. What a pickup. I mean, how does the front office in Seattle able to pull these type of moves off? I mean, that's insanity to be able to get a guy like that. When I can't even fathom it. There, I love it. You got DSO saying, man, I think Rocky might be on suicide watch. I actually talked to Rocky today because I was trying to connect Brian and Rocky at the stadium, and Rocky unfortunately didn't have any cell signal in the Timbers Army where he was sitting, and Brian was over in the supporter section for Seattle and repping some Sons of a Pitch gear. So check out our Twitter over there. And there Jay says, Nico is a great player. Very good pickup. Yes, 100%. A very good pickup for Seattle. This team, the good just keep on getting better. I mean, it is that simple. The rich get richer. What other crazy thought do you want on that one? But man, this team is unreal, absolutely unreal. And look, I'm going to send out the link now for the merch, guys. Just got a big drop of all of the merch here, so they just came through. Let me add this or put this guy. Get rid of the screen here for a second. So here we go. Here are the shirts that just came in. Brand new Soccer Central shirts. This one is medium. I've got lots for giveaways, guys. We're going to be doing some giveaways coming up here, especially once we get kicked into World Cup qualifying. Things are going to get crazy. Also, guys, check it out. Here is Brian at the game holding George at Providence Park, repping his Sons of a Pitch gear. Absolutely love to see it. Brian, thank you, sir, for repping Sons of a Pitch on the road. Definitely appreciated. And then, guys, check it out. Here's a shot on the FS1 broadcast. Of course, the green screen's not gonna work very well, but if you can see right in the middle, there's Brian on the FS1 broadcast. Sons of a Pitch has made it on to national television now, and there you go. The link is in the description, guys. You guys want to go buy a shirt right now. Proceeds help the show continue to grow the conversation of soccer here in the United States of America. And look, it's real simple. tinyurl.com/SOP Soccer. The link is in the description as well. And there you go. Brother BKL says, wow, that shirt on fire. So there you go. There you go. We're going to be giving away some T-shirts coming up very shortly here over probably over the weekend and whatnot. And there, DSO, I'm with you, man. I think it's going to happen. United States is going to win the octagonal. Can't wait. It's going to be fun. I'm a little annoyed with the schedule, though, because I'm looking at the schedule, and it looks like a lot of the U.S., Canada, and Mexico games are on the exact same time. So it's going to be hard to put all that together, but we'll figure out a way to do it here on Sons of the Pitch Soccer Central. All right, moving right along to some of the other action here. Let's quick look at the standings as we discussed here in the Eastern Conference. New England, number 1, New York City, Nashville, 12 points behind New England. New England's got this wrapped up. They got it wrapped up. It's done. Okay, it's done. New England is going to be your Eastern Conference champions. New York City, Nashville, Orlando, Philly, DC, those teams are going to be fighting it out for second spot. All right, now over in the Western Conference, and good night to Toronto, Cincinnati, Miami, even possibly the Red Bulls and the Fire. I don't see those teams making the playoffs. The only teams outside that have a chance, maybe Atlanta and Columbus. And I'm annoyed. I'm going to the Toronto-Cincinnati match. It's going to be a battle for the wooden spoon in September, man. But you know what? We're going to do a good video out of there, and we'll be sitting in the Bailey having fun. Now for the Western Conference, Sporting Kansas City up top, Seattle right behind them, LA Galaxy right behind them, Colorado right behind them. So you've got the top 4 in the East is really, really exciting, but Seattle's the class of the league, hands down. The only reason why they're not way out in front like New England is out in front in the Eastern Conference is because of all those injuries, and they've had to play a bunch of 15-year-olds. So, look, Seattle, class of the West, no doubt about it, especially come playoff time. Can someone upset them in the playoffs? That's, I think, what we look at. LAFC on the outside looking in, which is a shock. I don't think anybody could have expected that. Vancouver and Austin holding up the bottom there. And then you got, as you say, Jay, who's at the bottom of the table holding everyone up? There you go. TFC, baby. TFC, the worst team in MLS at the moment. 19 games played, 3 wins, 10 losses, 6 draws, negative 16 goal differential. Yes, that is by far the worst goal differential in MLS. Next worst is Miami at -13 and Cincinnati at -12. And there you go. A new Wiseman says Atlanta is definitely going to make that push. They can't afford to miss the playoffs. Yes. I think that I think they're going to give that push. I don't know if they have it. It'll be interesting to see how this new coach comes in and what he does, but we'll see. But they'll definitely be in that push. DSO says, I'm calling it New England Seattle MLS Cup rematch of Super Bowl 49. I could definitely see that happening, but it's not very often you get both top teams making it to MLS Cup final, especially in a 1-1 situation. One game you lose, you're out. So we'll see how that rides out. All right, that's enough from MLS. Let's move into the CONCACAF Champions League. As I'm blowing up over here. All right, so CONCACAF Champions League, Monterrey. We did this game live. Monterrey with a victory over Cruz Azul at home. Maximiliano Mesa with the goal, 1-0. Monterrey, a good result for them at home. They didn't give up the away goal. Now they just got to finish the job in Cruz Azul in Mexico City on September 16th. So we have about a month or so there. And hey, Spencer, you really should have done a stream for that whooping that Seattle handed Portland in the Timbers house. Build a bonfire. Yes, Spencer. Yes. The bonfire is definitely it's definitely was built last night. And I wanted to do that game. I am doing a Timbers Seattle game towards the end of the month. But yeah, I definitely was watching that one and enjoyed that one. And well done to your Sounders. And man, that was awesome to have Brian at the stadium there, repping that SOP gear in the supporter section and making it on FS1 and giving Sons of a Pitch Soccer Central that advertising that you just money can't buy, right? Even though people probably didn't see it anyway, but I saw it. That's all that matters. Okay, I'm happy about it. There you go, DSO. I see the top 7 in the East as New England, New York, Nashville, Orlando, DC, Columbus, and Montreal. That could be. Yes, Timbers totally chopped down last night. Monterrey, good lead going into the semifinal. I think I actually think Cruz Azul may come back in this one. I think Cruz Azul is the better side, and you could see Cruz Azul moving on to the final. It's my guess. I actually think they will come back and make it to the final against – look, guys, I'm sorry. MLS, your only hope is gone. It's over now. Philly's done. They lost to America, Club America, 2-0. Club America is a good team. They're a very good team. I like Santiago Solari, the head coach. They've done well with building up that team around some of their stalwarts. And I'm telling you, this team is good. I think they win everything. I think they win CONCACAF Champions League. I picked them in the beginning. I'm still picking them now. Philly put up a good fight, though. They did. They really did put up a decent fight to only really, I mean, they were down 1-0 and really had a chance before that penalty kick. They really had a chance in that. If they could have just bagged one away goal, that would have totally changed the tie heading back to Subaru Park, but didn't happen. America up 2, no away goals. You know America's going to score one away goal. They're going to have the tiebreaker, and they're going to move on to face Cruz Azul, I think, and it's going to be an America Cruz Azul Champions League final, and that will be a huge, huge matchup, but I still think Club America gets it done in that final. All right, so that does it for this one as far as the Champions League, and then as well the MLS recap. Guys, it's been fun. Let me know what you guys want to chat about. If you just send me a message on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever. As well, for the rest of this week, I will be putting out picks and predictions. I will be doing that tomorrow at some point. I'm not sure exactly when, but there are games starting up tomorrow night. So I will be doing the picks and predictions tomorrow night, or tomorrow at some point. I will get them out as well. All-Star members, I'll get your video out tomorrow as well. And then we ride. There, a new Wiseman says, y'all heard about Las Vegas MLS expansion? I have not. I have not heard anything about that. So I guess I will have to look into that, and maybe we can talk about that that next episode there. All right. So picks and predictions coming at you. I don't know what the live schedule is going to look like, but look out for your members only post for your members only live. I'm going to put a poll out for that one, and then we go from there. I'll probably be seeing you in the midweek for a game. I'd also probably be seeing you on the weekend as well. So have fun, guys. Watch out for that picks and predictions, and we'll see you guys real soon. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Good night.